YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, SoundCloud, Mixcloud, all social media outlets. I keep saying Twitter, but formerly known as Twitter X. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Man, hey man, happy Thursday, man. Everybody out there that's grinding, man. Uh, like I always say, man, I hope everybody had a productive day this Thursday. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, had a positive Thursday. You know what I'm saying? Man, forget the noise upstairs, man. It's just my dog up there barking and crying and shit. Just gave up on him, man. The dog crazy. You know what I'm saying? But man, look, man. Shout out to everybody that subscribe to the channel, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, man, need more subscribers. So if you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, hey, man, tell them to tune in, man. You know what I'm saying? Talk about some good topics. But the stream from the other day, it got kind of blocked off, man. So I'm gonna go back to it, man. Get back to it because it didn't record everything I wanted it to record. So I'll talk back about it, man. So we was talking about Trump, man, and you know, the assassination attempt on Trump life. You know, man, it was funny, man. But you know, like I say, man, I don't condone the violence and don't wish death on nobody, man. I don't care who he is, man. The most hated man in America. I don't care if you him. You know, I don't care if you're the most hated man in America. I don't care if you know, nobody deserves to get murdered, man. And you know, I speak heavy on that, man, because you know, lost a lot of people to gun violence, man. Even though I carry a gun. Matter of fact, I got it right here on me now, and I just, you know, pray I never have to use it on nobody. But don't condone the violence, man, and just hate that that happened. You know, all parties involved, man, because bro who tried to whack Trump, man. I wonder what was on his bird brain, like I said, man. I wonder what he was thinking, man. You know, he called off from work that day, they said, and he was just like, hey, man, told his boss, man, he ain't gonna be able to make it in today. You know what I'm saying? Told the boss, man, hey, man, I ain't gonna be able to make it in, man. I'm going to whack Trump today. You know what I'm saying? I guess he wanted to be a model, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what was on his mind, like I say, but man, those Secret Service wasn't playing with him, man. They like, oh, he's down. You know what I'm saying? And man, man, like I say, man, the man was on somebody's rooftop, man. And Secret Service, man, they should have secured that perimeter, man. It's like, man, how y'all gonna let this man um, get in position and location, of man, try to whack the president? You know what I'm saying? He was on that rooftop, man, like, hey, man, you know, finna smoke this dude. But you know what, man? They say, you know, the guy who got killed, man. Like I say, rest in peace to all parties that got murdered and you know that lost in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Cause they said, man, the guy who you know who was who got killed, or you know, the wife was saying like, you know, Biden people, the Biden administration reached out to you know, sent their condolences, they sorry and all this. But Trump, man, they say Trump people didn't even reach out to the lady, man. Look, this lady husband was at a Trump rally. You know what I'm saying? Got whacked at Trump rally, and Trump people didn't even reach out to the family or him. Like they probably did now after he got ridiculed in the media that they didn't. But man, I guess old Trump was thinking like, oh, he died for a cause. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what he was thinking, man. But man, look, the man let these people die on his watch, and he didn't even reach out to him. He didn't even have the compassion to, you know what I'm saying, reach out to him, man. But that white privilege so strong, man. He just felt like, hey, man, I ain't gotta say nothing to these people. They died for a cause. I don't know what he was thinking, but man, in the event, man, somebody died. Like that's like, you know, say if I'm doing like a show or something, somebody died on my show, you know, and I'm getting money from it, or you You know, I'm collecting campaign donations. If I'm a politician doing a rally, you know, if I'm getting money from something that I'm doing and somebody died, you know, I will at least have the compassion and the sympathy to help the family that was involved in the killing at my show at whatever I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm paying for the funeral, I'm giving the mom money. You know, I know that ain't gonna bring, you know, a husband back, but you know it'll do something. Some helps. But not saying nothing to the family at all, or not going to show no condolences or any type of compassion about what happened. Even though this guy was there to support you and love you and go Trump. And you just don't, he don't care. You like, he died for a cause. I mean, that is crazy to me. But hey man, it's the America we living in, man. You know, everybody for self. You know what I'm saying? You know. But it's sad that happened to that man, man. But hey man, you shouldn't have been at the rally, man. You should have been at home somewhere watching it on TV like all the other people that do. You know what I'm saying? But he be alright. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to that man, man. Rest, you know, and condolences to his wife and whoever, you know, and his family, you know. But be careful when you go to a Trump rally because you never know, man, what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You know. So man, look, I'm gonna tell y'all, man. They say if all these rappers dropped an album on the same day, who'd you listen to first? Between Eminem, Scarface, Jay Z, 50 Cent, and Nas. That's a no brainer, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, man, I'm gonna go with Jay. That's gonna be the album I buy first. This is my order right here. I'm gonna buy Jay album first. I'm gonna buy Nas album second. I'm gonna buy Scarface album third. I'm gonna buy 50 Cent album fourth, and then I'm gonna buy Eminem album fifth. That's my that's my how I'm buying these albums. But Jay, man, look, man, you know what? I wasn't never a fan of Jay Z when I was younger. You know, my cousin put me on to him when I first heard his music, man. My cousin, man, Pete came to the crib with his CD, his tape. We listened to tapes back then. And, you know, they know, man, I was a shorty, but I was a rap connoisseur. Like, I listen, man, you talking to the guy who knew Slick Rick tape, side A and B, Ghetto Boy, side A and B, every song, every rap. Like, at 7, 8 years old, man, 9 years old, I was rapping it. I knew it. I knew word from word, bar from bar. So it's like when Cuz bought Jay Z CD home, you know, I mean, he bought Jay Z CD and Mobb Deep, you know, the infamous, man, the infamous album, man. One of the coldest albums ever. Shout out to Mobb Deep, man. Rest in peace to Prodigy, man. That was one of the coldest albums ever, the infamous to me, you know. But when I first heard Jay Reasonable Doubt album, I told my cousin, man, this sounds like some New York Mafia shit. Like this whole album put me in a mafia mindset. Like, didn't even know Jay Z was from New York. But I think he did good on that album because when he was Hawaiian Soapy fame, Jay, as Tupac used to say, man. Yeah, I love Jay, man. Shout out to Jay, man. But when Pac used to say that, man, I used to be like, man, Pac Wilder, man. Jay, man, he a good artist, man. You know, at that time, he was a good artist, man. That Reasonable Doubt album was one of the coldest albums, man, ever, man. You know. And it just, like I said, it put me in the mindset of like some New York mob shit. And I told my cousin that, I said, man, this reminds me some New York mob shit. But I knew, man, Jay was gonna be where I knew he was gonna be cold. I think if Pop was alive, he wouldn't be as I don't think he would I don't think he'll be as big as he is now. You know what I'm saying? Because of the industry, how the industry is, man. They love Pop, man. Rest in peace to him. You know, but I love Pop. Pop was my favorite rapper, man, of all time. Period. But I like Jay, man. Jay dropped jewels in his music, man. He talk about some smooth, slick stuff. You know, you can't knock the music, man. You know, you can't knock, like he said, you can't knock the hustle. You can't knock his music because, man, when you listen to it, man, it's a vibe. You know what I'm saying? His music puts you in a different mindset. You know, that 444 album, that Man, what's that album, man? He came out with, man. That, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Hold on, I'm gonna tell y'all, man. I wasn't too fond of the Black album. You know, Jay Z Black album. I wasn't too fond of, but I'm gonna tell you, man, the album that okay, I got his whole discography right here. Jay Z whole discography. Reasonable Doubt, dope album. Hold on. What's up, babe? What you doing? I got you. I got you on video recording. I'm on my channel. I'm on my channel.
Oh, okay.
How's
Well,
work?
I'll talk to you later.
Now let me ask you something. How's them shoes? Is
Yes.
they comfortable?
Um, yeah, so far they pretty comfortable. They're a lot more sturdier than the previous ones I had.
Now look, we gotta make sure we keep them up somewhere safe so you know the dog won't eat them up.
Oh, yeah. She better not on the beat her ass.
Yeah. Remember you on my channel, so
Well, let you go. I'm just about to get me some. I need some caffeine because the floor busting already. And we have two nurses that's gonna leave, so it's only gonna be like five of us. So we're gonna probably have like 7 to 8 patients. So
yeah.
I'm trying to hurry
You
get
said
everything
you
done.
said the nurses two of them leave at 11, right?
Yeah, and our PCT is leaving, so we only gonna have one PCT.
Oh man.
I
Well,
know, right?
what I was gonna say is I'm at the house now, but I'm finna go driving in a minute. I just had to do my video, and
Okay.
I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you, but I'm at home now.
Okay. Okay. Well. Okay. Well, I guess I'll talk to you later.
All right,
Okay. Bye. Love you.
love you too, baby. That's my girl, y'all. She a sweetheart, man. She man, listen, God is good. That's all I gotta say, man. But anyway, man, back what I was saying, like Jay, man, I love Jay album, man. You know, oh, the Reasonable Doubt album. So I'm gonna tell y'all, man, the album that okay, I'm gonna go through his albums and let you know what albums I really rock with. Well, actually, here you go. Reasonable Doubt, what classic album, man. One of my favorite Jay Z albums of all time. I liked it in my lifetime. You know what I'm saying? It had one of my favorite songs. One of my favorite songs is Imaginary Players. Like that song is dope, man. One of the dopest songs, man. Where I'm from. I actually did a remake of Where I'm From. You know, the Roseland version. You know what I'm saying? I never put that out, man. Man, I was supposed to do an album myself, man, because I was rapping for a minute. You know, had a Destined for Greatness mixtape I was gonna drop, but never did, man. You know, I still should, but I don't know, man. You know, you get a certain age, you're like, man, I ain't rapping no more. But I'm supposed to drop that album. I might do, man. Depending on if I get with a good producer that can help me, man, put this shit together. But who knows? You know. Okay, Volume 2. I think this album, man, is what put Jay on the map, man. That Hard Knock Life song, I can remember the summer of 96, man, going to the barbershop and hearing that Annie's Kids, it's a hard knock life. You know what I'm saying? That song and that album, I think put him on the map, man. You know what I'm saying? He did that song Money Ain't a Thing with Jermaine Dupri. Volume 3 was alright. You know what I'm saying? I listened to Volume 3. You know, Volume 3 had a couple of songs on there, you know, It's Been a Murder. Um, you know, he had the song with UGK Big Pimpin'. There's Been a Murder, that's the name of it. You know, it was an alright album. That album probably had about 2 or 3 songs that was a hit. The Dynasty, man, he brought Beans and them out, man. He had a couple of tracks with Beans. Did a song with R. Kelly. That was the start of the him R. Kelly, collabos. You know, he had a lot of Bleak songs on there. Freeway, Beans. You know, he was um, State Property Boys. He was just introducing them on that Dynasty album to me. You know, the Blueprint. Oh man, when he got with Ye, man, look, Ye bought that Chicago vibe to Jay-Z music. Like he bought that, man, look, them samples, man, that he was using, like um, them samples, man. Hey man, ain't no love. And man, all that was cold. Like song cry. I couldn't see it coming down my eye. Man, look, that whole album was cold. We got with Ye, man, that album, to me, that was one of the best albums besides Reasonable Doubt he ever did. That's my second best album out of Jay-Z. Reasonable Doubt first, because that's his first. It was a classic. Like I say, when I listened to that, man, I was thinking about the Five Crown families, like some mob shit. Like I'm like, damn, Jay, he really doing his thing, man. You know, my cousin Pete put me on to him. Like, man, listen to this. I'm like, man, cuz this sounds like some New York mob shit. But that second best album is The Blueprint to me. The Best of Both Worlds, that's with him and R. Kelly. That was alright, you know what I'm saying? The Blueprint 2, you know, it's like, you know, when they tell you, man, you know, like, alright, I'm gonna give you an example. Coming to America, the first one, and Coming to America 2. They say you should never mess with something and remake something. Like, they say you're supposed to just stick with the first one. And that Blueprint 2, man, he should have just stuck with the first one. The Watcher was trash. Excuse me, miss. Man, the album, man, I just like Diamonds Will Are Forever. And I just like the remix to that, man. You know, the album wasn't, then it was a double CD. It wasn't a really hot album to me. Then the man made the Blueprint 2.1. You know, same album, just redid it. S. Carter Collection. You know, it ain't nothing but like freestyles and got Biggie on there. Like, to me, that was just like all the stuff he didn't do. You know, they just threw it on the album and called it the S. Carter Collection. Like all his stuff that he had in the crates. The Black Album, I wasn't feeling that album, man. You know, it was alright. You know what I'm saying? If you're having girl problems, I feel bad. I ain't, you know. It was alright, man. He had the song with Rick Rubin, you know what I'm saying? Unfinished Business with him and R. Kelly, yeah. He did a song with Linkin Park, album with Linkin Park. But it wasn't nothing but his old songs that he, you know, put out. Kingdom Come, I only like the prelude on that song, man. Every other song on this album to me was trash. I'm not gonna lie. Like, and I love Jay, man. AJ, man. If you're watching this video, man, I know my opinion don't mean nothing because I'm just a person that just talking about, you know, just my opinion. But Kingdom Come, man, that wasn't a good album. American Gangster, now American Gangster, anything with gangster in it, man, I ain't gonna lie, I like it, man. It's just, you know. But it was only 2 songs on this album that I like. 3. I liked Hello Brooklyn, I like Party Life, and I like to Say Hello. Only 3 songs on that album to me that was just hits, like they was just cold. The Blueprint 3, like I said before, only, you know, stick to the first one, man. You know, Already Home was cool with Kid Cudi. You know, I did a remix to this, you know. Oh man, I was just thinking about the remake I did to this song. Man. I gotta play it. Well, I ain't gonna play it, but I got a remake to that song. But Watch the Throne, that was a hot album. I ain't gonna lie, man. Watch the Throne was a hot album. You know, Ye, man, anything with Ye on it, man. Ye like a scientist. He like a man. To me, man, Ye like the Einstein, the Albert Einstein of production. You know what I'm saying? I'm keep it real, man. Shout out to him from Chicago, man. I actually used to stay 2 houses down from his mama house on Lakeshore Drive, Donda. I used to live in a building two houses over from his mama house. Shout out to Ye, man. You know what I'm saying? Donda house still there. Got a DH on the gate, man. I guess Ye must have bought the house or something. I don't know. But shout out to Ye, man. Ye he like an Albert Einstein to me when it comes to production, man. His beats is incredible. Like that dude is so cold in production, man. Just a hit maker, man. You know what I'm saying? A hit maker. You know. It's another guy from Chicago I rock with, man. Shout out to D Brooks, man. He remind me of like, yeah, man, young guy, man. He a little older now, but that boy was cold at beats, man. And I got some other guys, man, that's up and coming that's cold, man. My boy Brian Barbie, man. Shout out to him. He probably watching this video. That's my man. Cold on the production, man. Y'all need some beats, man. Look, hit me on the link, man. I got a guy that's, man, he up and coming, man. One of the coldest from the hundreds. You hear me? But back to the story, man. Watch the Throne was a hot album. Magna Carta, only 2 songs on there I liked. The one with Rick Ross, you know what I'm saying? Fuck With Me, You Know I Got It, and Picasso, Baby. They're the only songs I liked on that album, only 2 songs. And that 444 album, classic album, man. Look, 444 was a classic album. The Story of OJ was one of the dopest songs I ever heard, man. And there was a message in that song. Like, man, if you listen to that song, man, it's enlightening. Like, he just tell you, man, rich nigga, poor nigga, how nigga, still. Man, look, you gotta listen to it. It's a message. Man, Jay really did his thing with that song, man. He took time and wrote a dope song with that one. You know what I'm saying? But to me, man, that was the only. I like to kill Jay-Z, and I liked the song he did with Bob Marley's son. You know. Gangsta don't live in no tenement yard. You know, that was a dope song, man. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, you know, I just really critiqued all the Jay-Z albums. And just let you know what was the hit records and what wasn't. Like, you know, out of his whole discography, like, but to me, man, like I said, that Reasonable Doubt was one of the best albums, man, he ever did, man. Can't Knock the Hustle, Politics as Usual, Dead Presidents, Brooklyn's Finest, Feeling It, Can I Live, like, man, all this stuff was cold, man. Like, Jay did his thing, man, with that one. But out of them guys, man, I named Jay-Z, Nas, Face. Like, Face, man, look, man. Face, man, look. When it comes to Southern music, man, look, Scarface, one of my favorite artists. Man, Face, them albums in the 90s, man, the Ghetto Boys, like, I'd say the first album I ever knew from side A to side B was Ghetto Boys. Call Me the Gangster Love, man. That was one of the coldest songs, man. I had to be about 7, 8 years old when that song came out, man. And I would have that on my radio on repeat all day, every day. I was one of the shorties that knew that whole song from side to side, the whole album I made. And man, you know, Scarface and the Ghetto Boys is very influential in my life, man, when it comes to music. Like, man, them guys was incredible, man. So shout out to Scarface, Willie D, rest in peace, Bushwick Bill, man. You know, I watch Willie D podcast, man. I like his podcast, man. Willie D a good guy, man. I love his podcast, man. Them brothers is sharp on the mind and enlightened, man. And, you know, just listen to his podcast, man. Sometimes be a little comical, man. But he be saying some, you know, speaking some real shit on there, man. They be talking some real topics. Like, I really be tuned in, man. Shout out to Willie D, man. Shout out to Face, man. Shout out to Jay Prince, man. Jay Prince, man. Man, a mastermind, man. A real mastermind behind, you know, music, man. And just putting things together. Like, man, that man is a icon, man. You hear me? Regardless of what people, man, that man is an icon, man. You know, very admirable person. Like, man, I look up to Jay Prince, man. Like, man, to be able to come from where we come from, man, and make it and do things like on a whole nother level, man, you got to admire that, man. Anybody that's black and successful, you know, you have to admire him, man, and you know, just and take notes from him, man, and you know, see how they move, man, because you can go that same route if you know what I'm saying, dedicated and you know, driven to do so. So shout out to Jay Prince, man. You know, Nas, man, I love Nas music, man. You know, Nas, man, he's my second. You know what I'm saying? I say he my second, man. I'm gonna tell you about the songs that I like of Nas, man. The album. I'm gonna go through his albums too, cause man, Nas was just like to me, man. I was one of them guys like, dang, Pop, man, why you don't like Nas, man? Like, man, Nas, man, you know, you can't not like this man music. Like the man, you know, that it was written album. Oh my God, man. One of the dopest albums I ever heard, man. When he got with the firm, like, man, look, man, shout out, man, my cousins will tell you, man. Man, I used to work in the mall, man. I never forget I bought that firm album, man. I came home bumping that shit like him, Foxy Brown, AZ. AZ, one of my favorite rappers too, man. You know, AZ, you know, he's to me he's what they call that. He's underrated. You know what I'm saying? AZ was a cold artist back in the day. He used to rap with Nas, but that Illmatic album, dope album, man. New York State of Mind, Life's a Bitch, The World Is Yours, One Love. Like, it ain't hard to tell. Like, this whole album puts you in a New York state of mind. Like, when you heard this album, you think about New York and the boroughs. Like, you think about Queens and Queensbridge. Like, man, when you hear this album, you just think, man, it puts you in a New York state of mind. Like, this New York music. You know what I'm saying? So that Illmatic album was one of the dopest albums ever. Man, look, it was written. Look, man, watch them niggas. That was one of my favorite songs, man. Affirmative Action, dope song. Black Girl Lost, man. Man, when I hear Black Girl Lost, man, I think about, man, look, I think about the hilltop, the rooftop, as they say, man. I think about Harlem and New York. Like, I never been there, but when you hear that album, man, you can just visualize New York. Like, dang, man. Through the music, you could tell, man, this how these brothers was living, like how this music sound. You know what I'm saying? That Black Girl Lost was one of the coldest songs I ever heard back then. You know what I'm saying? If I Ruled the World with Lauryn Hill, Street Dreams, come on, man. It Was Written was one of the dopest song albums, like I said, man. I Am, like, man, he had a song with Diddy, man. That one, you know, I like the song Favor for a Favor, featuring Scarface. You know, he had the song with DMX. I Am was an alright album. Nostradamus, Project Window was one of my favorite songs on that album. You know what I'm saying? That You Owe Me with Genuine, he should have left that song off the album. I ain't gonna lie, man. Still mad. Got yourself a gun. Woke up this morning, got yourself a gun. You know what I'm saying? Straight up mob type shit, man. If you watch The Sopranos, that's the intro. Got yourself a gun, man. That song was dope, man. You know what I'm saying? One Mic, dope song. The Flyers with AZ. You know what I'm saying? For a couple tracks on here I liked it. Godson, that was alright. You know what I'm saying? They shooting. I made you look. You a slave to a page in my rhyme book. You know, Thug Mansion with Tupac. You know what I'm saying? They put that out song together. Because I think if Pac was alive,